So for the standing broad jump, which is in the power development category of fitness exercises, you want to start with your legs like shoulder width apart and get into a squat while like cocking your arms back behind you, and then lift off the ground, like using both feet at the same time, and throw your arms up in the air, and then while you're in midair, throw your arms down to your hips so that your feet land in front of you, and they don't land too far behind so you don't fall over, or too far in front and you need to like backpedal and steady yourself.
Okay. You want to demonstrate it first?
Yeah, I'll give a little demonstration. So start getting into position, and then lift off the ground, throw your hands down, and you want to land in like a squat position.
And if I do anything wrong, let me know. Like that?
Yeah, okay. That's good. And
Try again.
One more. Nice, cool. So one common error that occurs with the standing broad jump is sometimes people will start out in a tandem position rather than having their feet parallel with each other, and what this can do is place emphasis on whatever foot is farther back, so you're using that foot more and you're not equally outputting power from each leg, which can cause you to jump not as far as you potentially could, or overuse one leg that may be like the more dominant one, or you're just not aware. And then another error that occurs is people not throwing their arms down while they're in midair, which when they land, that can cause them to go unsteady or off balance and either have to take a step back or step forward to recover. Ideally, you want to be landing with both feet directly underneath you at the same time. So a common cue that can be used to help mitigate these errors is to keep your eye on your feet. So when you start, you want to look down at your feet, make sure that they're directly underneath you, both in a parallel position, and then as you go up, lift your head up, but then bring your like your torso back down and look back down at your feet as you're coming down and landing.
Okay, so this exercise is called lateral plyometric jumps. Essentially what they are is a good power development exercise for increasing bilateral hip strength, and it's also beneficial for agility training as well. So essentially for this exercise, you want to start on one foot and load, but then you're going to jump to the side and land on one foot and go back. And you can just keep going back and forth, or you can just separate sets, or designate a certain amount of reps or a certain amount of time for this exercise. So if you want to give it a try, I'll just demonstrate it one more time for you. A couple key things is keeping your weight inside of your foot, so when you jump to the side, you're not falling over essentially. So you want to really load and go right back and keep going. And you don't, you want to make this like a maximal exercise, don't make it sub-max.
Okay.
So try to spend the least amount of time on each foot, but still try to get a good load and maintain your balance. That's good. Yeah, and a good thing that you're doing there is keeping your body weight nice and low to the ground, so that helps maintain balance when you land on each side. And yeah. So a common error with this exercise is leaning, where people won't keep their weight on the inside of their foot that they're jumping from. So rather than leaning in like this, they'll kind of go like that, and they'll get their balance off center. And another thing would be keeping low to the ground and really getting a good load in each leg. So for example, someone might be a little bit more upright when you're doing this exercise. So if you stay more upright, you're not gonna get as much distance between, but if you really let your body get lower, that'll help use a lot more power in each leg, and it'll also help with maintaining stability between your jumps. So like this. And a good cue for that is just load and explode, although you can't really say that between every rep, but it's just a good thing to keep in mind for the athlete.